Armando, what have you seen from Pete in practice the last few weeks that's led to such a solid showing these last couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, I think in practice all year he's really showed some of the things that he could do. I mean, I think it was more just applying it, and I think he's just getting more and more comfortable. And I think starting off with the Notre Dame game, I think that really gave him a confidence boost. And I think he's really starting to get in the flow of things and really finding his place on the team.
Can you go through from your standpoint what the defense has been doing to move you off the spot a little bit more in the last few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a mix of that, but also I think I can be more aggressive too and just find different ways to be creative. But I mean, I think the good part about all this is everybody else is playing great, and that's good, especially going into this latter part of the season. Us all gelling and everybody bringing everything together, offense looking great. Teams got to respect us more, so I think that's a great thing.
Is the double pushing you out sooner and farther than they have?
Oh yeah, I mean it's all different. Like it's different looks.
Armando, will this be your final home game?
I don't know. I haven't really looked too much ahead. I've been kind of trying to keep things day by day, so I don't really know yet. I haven't really made a decision.
Is that an after the season sort of deal for you?
Yeah, definitely.
With this potentially being your last game, what does this game mean to you?
Oh, I mean, it means a lot, but I mean, I think even more importantly, it's a game that we need to win. So you add that into that being my last game, I mean, it's a huge game.
Does this team like having them back against the wall? I mean, no one wants to be in this position, but does it add that pressure and the chip on your shoulder? Do you guys like it?
No. I mean, nah, but I mean, I guess you learn a lot about yourself in situations like these and whether you're going to sit down and keep fighting. So I think that's more of what that is.
What's the biggest thing you think this team's learned?
Really just to not quit. I mean, if you would have asked us like a week and a half ago, I guess, how we felt, we probably all was down, but like now we starting to gain more confidence as a team and starting to believe more.
Regarding the decision that you'll eventually have to make, did you go into the season thinking about what you would want to achieve that would affect whether or not you would come back or not? Maybe some personal goals, team stuff, NBA board stuff?
I think it's just a mixture of all that, really. I just wanted to, I think it's just one of those things where I look at it as if I still want to be here or not, really.
Have you talked much to Leaky? I mean, it will be his last game. He's got eligibility. Where's his headspace been the past couple of days?
He getting old, so I think he kind of ready. So yeah, I think he's fine with everything.
What was your first impression of Leaky when you met him way back when?
He was definitely a lot different person. He was like real quiet, didn't talk much. He kind of didn't like me or Cole really either because he was our roommate. We'd joke a lot. And Cole, he was real messy. So first year, me and Leaky, we didn't really get along as much.
What changed?
We didn't live with each other anymore. I mean, I'm a real clean person, but he didn't like how childish me and Cole was really.
Armando, how have you felt about the 1 point at FSU the other night? Didn't make a basket. And I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like FSU's size might have bothered you a little bit, and Duke obviously has plenty of that.
Yeah, I mean, I never played good versus FSU. But yeah, no, it was a tough game for sure, but we got the win, and despite me really doing anything, and it was like, I was talking to Kirsch after the game, I was like, it's career low numbers, so I made history that night, so I guess that was the good part about it.
Well, how do you, I mean, Lively obviously was a huge factor over in Durham.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do you maybe try to not let him, be such a presence under there? I mean, are there ways you can counteract that?
Yeah, definitely just being more aggressive and more physical, because, I mean, like you said, he's pogo stick, 7'1", long arms, athletic, and he got a high motor, so playing a guy like that is always tough, and then to total that in, they got such an athletic team all around, so it's one of those things where you got to kind of just figure out different ways to score and be creative. But, I mean, I think it'll be fun now.
Are you fully healthy right now?
Yes, I'll say so, yes.
It's kind of a weird couple of games for you, only 45 minutes, and yet you guys still won. And that's kind of a good sign, knowing that you don't have to go out there and put up monster numbers for you guys to get some quality wins.
Definitely, I think it's great because, I mean, I think it's allowing some of the other guys to take advantage of that and kind of get in their groove, and it's not all about me, and everybody else has been stepping up to the plate, and I'll figure myself out too.
Have you sensed that the team has been looser, maybe since halftime of Notre Dame, and with that, maybe some of the weight that Hubert's talked about has sort of been removed?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we're starting to kind of figure out some of the things we need to do to win, and kind of knowing a formula of just like trying to take care of the ball as much as possible, defending and controlling the boards. That's kind of really been our 3 keys all season. I think the last 3 games, besides, as you said, the first half of Notre Dame game, I think we've been doing that.
How, when Leaky can score, not necessarily 18 like the other night, but when he's effective offensively, how does that change the dynamic of the offense and how teams have to play you guys?
I mean, it's hard to guard. I mean, all year, like, we really haven't been hitting shots, but now we're really starting to hit shots, and I think starting to see a lot more success. And I mean, the way Coach Davis and Coach Fred kind of crafted this offense, it's really hard to stop when you're making shots because there's so many different options out of everything. So that's really good.
With Leaky and Pete, like we just mentioned, making their shots at a higher clip as of late, have you noticed more space either down low or maybe driving lanes for the guards? And how different is that from maybe, just a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's really made the difference. I mean, you see Caleb, he been getting a lot of great shots, driving and stuff like that. And when you can knock down that shot, it just opens up the paint. And I get more one-on-one looks. They can't shrink the floor as much. Caleb, more driving lanes for him. And I mean, we know how good he is getting down low into the paint, and also RJ too.
Armando, you have famously said, "I love this school. I would die for this school." I think you might have said one time. What has made you love it so much?
I mean, just the people, just everything about the school. I mean, I think since day one I came into school, they really just embraced me and, kind of put me on the forefront of the school. I mean, the students is always great, the people, my professors have been good. So, I mean, everything about the school has just been great to me, and it's something I could have never imagined.
What are the ways you think you've changed or grown the most since you got here?
Yeah, I mean, just all around. I mean, I think just as a freshman, wasn't as confident as a person, was, like I said, childish and mature. And I think just every year I just grew up and like kind of just grown into a man.
You mentioned, you were talking about with you and Cole as a freshman, and I remember even your sophomore year, you would talk about some of the things you said as a freshman. Mm-hmm. What part of the maturity do you think shows itself the most, either with how you deal with us or on the court or dealing with one-point games or what might it be?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can really just attribute it to Coach Davis and Coach Williams, really just them never letting up on me and never giving me any type of special treatment and just always holding me accountable. I think that's really just helped my growth all throughout the years.
Sort of forced growth in that respect?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
We mentioned Derek Lively a little bit already. What would you take from the first matchup in Durham, not just against him, but your performance overall at Duke, and try to build on that? What did you learn from that?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the first half I started off really good. I got going. I mean, I thought in the second half, really they did a good job of not really letting me get the ball where I wanted to get it to. And I mean, obviously his size and length, I think it definitely affected me on some of my shots. And I mean, I also missed a few shots too I thought I should have made. So I kind of know how to attack him now.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do against a taller defender like that? He's athletic. Yeah. And what's the strategy there?
I think when I was really messing up, I was just giving him space. When a guy like that athletic with that size, you can't really give him space. I got to stay connected to him. That way I can use my body to kind of shield him off and gain contact and hopefully get fouls. I mean, I don't think I even shot a free throw over there. Maybe one. But, I mean,
the whole team didn't. Wasn't it like?
Yeah, we didn't get to the free throw line either at all. So, I mean, hopefully that could be a change this game too, because that's a part of our offense too, is getting to the free throw line, because we get there so much and we shoot it at a pretty solid clip. So it's one of the things we definitely want to take advantage of.
Armando, with this team, like, do you think that you guys have finally gotten to a certain point where it's just like, all right, yeah, we were preseason number 1, yeah, we were picked to win the ACC, but it just hasn't happened. Mm-hmm. And like you've sort of, I don't know, let go of all that and just started playing. I mean, is that a possibility?
Definitely. I mean, I think it's something that we kind of look past, and now we know where we're at right now and what we need to do and what we got to work on.
How's Coach Davis been this week?
Fired up. Yeah, he kind of been the same since even before the Florida State game. Just the same demeanor, just like not letting up on us and just making sure we know what's at stake.
He told us that even after the Notre Dame game, he was still pissed off. Those were
Yeah.
his words. Is that fair to say still?
That's fair to say.
Why do you think y'all started hitting more outside shots? I know you don't shoot many threes, but what do you think? Has there been any difference in practice or just luck or what?
I
What is
mean,
it?
no, because, I mean, the guys, they getting up shots. I mean, we all in the gym all day, every day. But I mean, specifically like Caleb, RJ, Pete, Leaky, really everybody. I mean, they work out all day, every day. So I don't think it was a matter of, in terms of like getting the shots and not working on them. I think it was just more just the confidence. And I think last game I thought for Leaky was a huge game, especially going into the later part of the season. And Pete too. I mean, we've all been hitting shots now, so I think that's just more of a confidence thing and just seeing something go in. I mean, I knew eventually like it would come a time where we would get hot and start hitting shots, and I mean, I guess it's no better time.
Armando, do you have any special pregame rituals, routines that you say specifically for Duke games?
No, I mean, I really just freestyle, really. It's nothing, one day I might do something, next day I might do something else. I don't really get too much into trying to have a ritual.
One or two more.
Would you say at the beginning of the year, in retrospect, did you guys maybe not come in hungry enough? Like, based on having so many guys back, based on what you did in the tournament, did y'all maybe
Yeah,
take that for
definitely. I
granted?
mean, I think it definitely was somewhat of a hangover kind of from all the stuff that happened last year, but also too, I think we figured, I guess with that ranking, like we was guaranteed to win a lot of games, and I think we figured that out that that's not how it goes.
Armando, you used to always say that Roy got under your skin like no one else. Did his, I don't know, tough love, if that's the right word, did that help you when you're talking about going from being immature? Did that help you? Like, what do you think were the things that helped you along the way, sort of let go of some of that immaturity?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, having Coach Williams, and y'all know how he is. I mean, he was tough on me and hard on me, and I just had to grow up and make changes into just my preparation and how I did things. And I mean, even still to this day, like I'll see him around, and if I'm not doing something, he'll tell me, poke fun at me or something if I don't have a good game. So it's just like little things like that that he's always, you know, kept in my ear.
Has he seen you since FSU?
Nah, he hasn't seen me, but I'll probably see him. He'll say something to me.
What's different about
Last
Duke
one.
now since the last time? I know that they have Whitehead back. How much does he change them, or does he much at all?
No, I mean, I think it's more of just some of the things we gotta fix. I mean, over there, it's already a hard enough building to win in, and then we was watching some film yesterday. I mean, just the mistakes we made led to them scoring 20 fast break points out two. That's a recipe for disaster right there. And then you total in them killing us on the offensive boards, us blowing a few screen coverages, turnovers, things like that. I mean, and to only lose by 4 or 2 or however much it was, I mean, we can fix just half of those things. I think we'll be in good shape. And only shoot 3 free throws.
Thanks, Monda. Coach Davis will be in a minute.
Thanks, Armando.